and welcome back, children. In today's lesson, today we are going to talk about simple past and present perfect tense. A common problem students generally have is about the present perfect tense and the past tense. Which one to use and when shall we use it? We shall see this in the chapter. Okay. Now before we start, let us recollect that there are three forms of verbs. The first is present, the second is the past, and the third form, V3, is the past participle. So remember these three forms as we proceed with the chapter. So let's get started. Now first we are going to see the uses of present perfect tense. So number one, it is used to express unfinished events that started in the past and is still continuing in the present. For example, I have lived in Paris for 5 years. That means I am still living there. I did not leave Paris, okay? I am living there for 5 years now and I'm still living there. Alright? Now the second use. It is used to express finished events in someone's life. That is, if the person is still alive and we are talking about his life experiences. Alright, for example, he has never traveled in plane. Now, never traveled means till now he did not travel. We don't know what he is going to do in future. Alright, he is alive, he may travel, he may not travel, but till now he did not travel. Is that clear? Now the third usage. Present perfect tense is used to express finished events that happened in the past and the impact of the event is still continuing in the present. That means something happened in the past, but its effect is still there in our present time. Alright? For example, we can't reach Paul by phone. Have you seen him? So still now we aren't able to contact Paul. Okay? We were not able to contact him by phone earlier, and still we are not able to contact him. Is that clear? I hope you understand the difference. Now the fourth usage. So present perfect tense is used with unfinished time words. That means words that indicate that the work is not over yet, or the words that indicate the present moment. Okay? That is this week, today, this year, etc. Now it means that we are talking about the present moment. For example, I have eaten lots of plums today. So today is not over yet, it is still continuing. So we are talking about the present. Although the action of eating plum is over, it already got over in the past, but the day is not over yet. So in that case we are going to use the present perfect tense form. Alright. Now let us see the uses of simple past tense. So the first use, simple past tense is used to express finished events. That means the actions that started in the past had already got over in the past. It has no link with the present. Okay. For example, my son was sick on Monday. So today is Friday. My son was sick on Monday. It means my son is not sick anymore. So he was sick in the past and it already the time has already passed. Okay. Now the second usage. It is used to express finished events in someone's life. That means the person is no more alive. The person is dead. So when we are talking about the experiences of a dead person or whatever he used to do when he was alive, that time we are going to use the simple past tense form. For example, he traveled a lot by plane. That means the person is not alive anymore. So when he was alive, he used to travel a lot. But now he is not there. So we are talking about his experiences when he was alive. So we are using the past tense form here. Understood? Now children, let us see the third use. It is used to express finished events. There is no result in the present. Okay, that means past tense is used to express those events which already began in the past and got over in the past. It has no link with the present moment. Okay, for example, he went to cinema 2 hours ago. So it means that he is no more in the cinema hall. Okay, he is somewhere else now. But 2 hours ago he had gone to cinema. So it got over there. The action got over in the past. He is no more in the cinema. Understood? Now let's see the fourth use. So simple past tense is used with finished time words, which are yesterday, last week, last day, or last year, or in the 2000. That means the time has already passed, it is over. Okay, we are in the present moment now. So in that case, we shall put them in the simple past tense form. Alright. So children, let us go through some examples of present perfect tense and the past tense. Okay. So here we have, I have learned 2 chapters this week. Now suppose today is Wednesday and this week is still on, isn't it? So what did you do this week? You have learned 2 chapters, right? So always remember one thing, that when we are talking about present perfect tense, we are linking something that happened in the past to the present moment. Okay, so since you learned 2 chapters, the action is already over. The action of learning is over. But is the week finished? No, the week is still on. That is why we are taking this example in the present perfect tense. I hope you understood, right? So what is the formula of verb that we use in the present perfect tense? So in a present perfect tense, we use the formula has or have plus the verb form 3. Now this verb form 3 is what? The past participle of the verb. Okay, now we have used have here. Why? Because for the first person singular and plural, as well as for the second person singular and plural, and the third person plural, we are going to use have. Okay, that means I have, we have, you have, they have. So for all these we are going to use have. But for the third person singular, we are going to use has. So which are the pronouns that falls under third person singular? It is he, she and it. So when we are talking about he, she and it, we are using has, and when we are talking about I, we, you and they, we are using have. I hope you understood this. So the structure of the verb is has or have plus the verb form 3, that is the past participle of the verb. That is why we have used here have and have learned, because we are talking about the pronoun I, so we are using have, and learnt here learnt. It is the verb form 3 of the verb learn. If you remember, the V1 is learn, and V2 and V3 is learn. So let us go through past tense now. So children, when do we use past tense? We use past tense when we are talking about things or actions that happened in the past and already got over in the past. Okay, like here we have example as I learned 2 chapters last week. Now what are we talking about here? We are talking about learning 2 chapters that got over last week. So last week means the week is already over. It is not active anymore. Okay, so that is why in the past tense we are going to use the verb learned. Now don't get confused, this is not verb form 3, it is not the past participle. We are using the verb form 2 in the past tense. Always keep in mind that in past tense we always use the verb form 2. Okay, so children, now let's move on to the next example. Suppose if I say I have lived in New York for 5 years. So that means that I am still living there. Okay, suppose somebody is asking me, for how many years are you living in New York? So you say I have lived in New York for 5 years, right? So that means you are still living in New York. Okay, you did not leave that place yet. That is why I am using the present perfect tense. Alright. Now suppose if I say I lived in New York for 5 years. That means I was living there, but I am no more living in New York. Okay. That means the action of living in New York is over. Now I have moved or shifted to a different place. I am no longer residing there. That is why I am using the past tense. So over here you can say that I am no longer living. That is why I am using past tense. But if I say I have lived in New York for 5 years, that means I am still living there, and that is why I would be using it in the present perfect tense form. Understood? So now children, my third example. My uncle has gone to London 3 times. Now first of all, let me tell you, my uncle is a third person. Okay, so if you replace it with a pronoun, it will be he. He has gone to London 3 times. Alright, now suppose my uncle is alive, and if I'm talking about the places which he has visited, so I'm going to use the present perfect tense here. So I will say my uncle has gone to London 3 times. That means he is still alive, and I'm talking about the places which he has visited. Now suppose I lost my uncle and he is no more. So I want to tell you people about him and about the places which he had visited. So in that case, I would be using my uncle went to London 3 times. Okay. So why do I use went? Because I'm talking about the past experiences of my uncle. That means my uncle is no more, and I'm talking about the things which he had done when he was alive. So in that case, I'm going to use the past tense. So if he is alive, then I'm going to use present perfect tense. And if I'm talking about things about my uncle which he had done while he was alive but he is no more now, then I'm going to use the past tense. Alright children? So I hope children you are clear with the examples now. So now let us see how to make negatives and questions for the present perfect and the simple past tense. Okay, so we have some examples here. The first one, I have not seen Rahul today. Well, here you can also write have as haven't. That is the short form of the verb have not. Alright. Now, I have not seen Rahul today. So today is the present tense. That means I am talking about this moment. I'm talking of the present time. I'm trying to say that I have not seen today till now. Alright. Whereas in the simple past, if you see, I did not see him yesterday. We are using the term yesterday over here, right? That means we are talking about the time which is already past. So over here in this statement, I mean to say that I did not see him yesterday, but I don't know about now. I don't have any idea about seeing him now. Is that clear to everyone? So again, if you see, we are using the verb form 3 over here. The seen. Seen is the verb form 3 of the verb see. So in the verb form 1, we will write see, then see, saw, and seen. Isn't it? So this is V1, this saw is V2 or the past tense, and V3 is the past participle form of the verb see. So always remember one thing, in the present perfect tense, we use the structure as have. Now we are talking about the negative sentences here, so we will use have. Along with that, we will use not. Either has or have plus not plus the past participle form of the verb or the verb form 3. This is the structure. You should remember this. Alright. So I have not seen Rahul today. That means till now I did not see him. Today I did not see him. I don't know about future. So I'm linking something which happened in the past to the present moment. That is why I'm using today. And that is why it is coming under present perfect tense. So the structure of the sentence in the present perfect tense will be has or have plus not plus the verb form 3. And before has or have, you will put the subject. So subject plus has, have, or not plus the verb form 3 or the past participle form of the verb. For we will use have
in the first person singular and plural, second person singular and plural, and for the third person plural, that is they. But has is only used for first person singular, that is he, she or it. Remember this. Past, I would say I didn't see him yesterday. So children, if you see here, I am writing a helping verb did. Can you say this? So did not is written in short over here as didn't. So didn't means did not. Sorry. So when I use did, which is an auxiliary verb in the second form, which is in the past tense form of do. If you remember, we write do, did and done. So did comes in the verb form to, that is the past tense, right? So please remember that along with this did, the main verb always comes in the present form. That is why you can see I have used the main verb see here. That is the simple present or the verb form 1 or the verb in the present form. You cannot say didn't saw. You cannot write didn't saw. Okay, that is absolutely wrong. So the correct form will be didn't see. You can also say didn't see or did not go or did not remember or did not write. Whatever it is, in past tense, in the negative form you will use did along with not, and the main verb that will come after this didn't will be in the present form. Remember this. So children, now come to the second example. I have never eaten Italian food. So the word never here doesn't mean that you will not eat Italian food ever in your life. It just means that till now you have not eaten Italian food. Alright? So you cannot simply say never ate. That is wrong. Because you are not sure what you are going to do in future. You are only talking about the present time. You are talking about the time period, time frame of the present. Okay, that is why we are using never eaten, and it is coming under present perfect. Never eaten doesn't mean that you will not eat in future, isn't it? So you are going to use the present perfect form of the tense. You are not going to use never ate in the past tense. Alright. So in present perfect, we often use words like hardly, ever, never, so far, till now, because they all mean till today, till the present time. So here again we have used I have never eaten. That means we are using the third form of the verb. If you see, we are using the third form of the verb, that is the past participle of the verb eat. We write what? We write eat, ate and eaten, isn't it? So the verb form 3 is eaten, or the participle form, past participle form. That is what we are using here in the present perfect tense. Is that clear? But if I am talking about yesterday or last night, as we can see here in the example of the past tense, we are talking about last night, right? That means I would say I didn't have pasta last night. I cannot say I never had pasta last night. That is wrong. I would always say I didn't have. Again, don't forget the rule that along with did, didn't or did not, we are going to use the present tense form of the verb. Remember this always. That is why we have used here the present tense have. Is it clear? So I hope you understood these two examples. So now let's take a look at some questions. So if I ask you, have you ever watched Netflix shows? Now people generally say, you have watched a Netflix show. Now that's a statement and not a question. Okay. So the structure of a question in a present perfect would be has or have plus the subject plus verb plus object and a question mark. So in a question or in the interrogative sentence, we are using a question mark. I hope everybody knows that. Okay. So you have washed could be rearranged as, you bring this have in the beginning. Okay, so this will be have you, remove this have from here. So your question would be have you washed, or okay. But now again you see I'm using the word ever here. Okay, that means I'm talking about till date or till today. Have you watched a Netflix series or not? I'm talking about today. Okay, I'm not talking about future. I'm talking till date or till today. Have you ever watched a Netflix show? Is that clear to everyone? Now let us see in the simple past tense form. In simple past tense, as I have already told you, we are going to use the auxiliary verb did. Okay, so did you watch? Did you watch? If you see, we are using the auxiliary verb to begin the question. So in the simple past tense, the question the structure of the question will be did plus the subject plus the verb. Okay, now remember one thing. In the present perfect tense, we are using the verb form 3. Okay, and in the simple past tense, we will be using the verb form 1 or the present form of the verb. Remember this. So your structure will be did plus the subject and the verb, and if you want you can add the object also, and then a question mark. Okay, so your question is did you watch? So did here is your auxiliary verb, you is your subject, and watch is the verb form 1 or the present form of the verb along with the object here. Is that clear? So always remember one thing, the structure of question in the present perfect form will be has or have plus the subject plus the verb plus object and a question mark. Now the verb will be in the verb form 3. Okay, and in simple past we will. Now children, come to the fourth example. Have you read the book? Now again over here you can see the spelling of the verb read is same here, R-E-A-D. Again in the simple past also we are using the same spelling, R-E-A-D. But if you remember the simple present tense or V1 of read is read, V2 is also read, and V3 is also read. So over here we are talking about the verb form 3. Okay, this is not the verb form 1 or the verb form 2. We are using the verb form 3. Is that clear? But over here in the question we are talking about verb form 1. As you know that when we are framing question for simple past tense, we use the auxiliary verb did. That will be in the past tense. Past tense of do is did. So we use the auxiliary in the past tense. Okay. Then we put the subject and then we put the main verb in the verb form 1. Is that clear? And a question mark. So the structure of an interrogative sentence, okay, in the simple past tense would be did plus the subject plus the verb form 1, and if you want you can add the object as well as, and then you can put the question mark. Alright, but in a present perfect tense you will use verb form 3. As you know, I have already told you here, or I had shown you here, that we will use has or have plus the subject plus the verb form 3 as the main verb, and then the object and a question mark. I hope you understood this. So in present perfect tense we would say have you read the book, and in simple past we would say did you read the book, did you read the newspaper yesterday? Understood?
So children, I hope you understood the uses of simple past tense and the present perfect tense. Now please go through your book once again and make notes in your English 1 copy. Alright, thank you so much.